What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome in to CHGO Bulls Postgame, coming to you live from our studios here in the West Loop, downtown Chicago. I'm Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck, joined by my guy, Big Dave, BAWL Sports. Pal and producer, Joseph Spathis on the controls. He is at Joey Spathis on Twitter.
Double dose.
We are CHGO_Bulls. Our guy, Willie Gottlieb, will join us live from the United Center later on in tonight's post-game show.
You promise?
I cross my heart and hope to die.
Oh, not the needle in the eye.
Just stick a Bulls loss in my eye.
Oh.
That's what just happened. Welcome in, everybody joining us in the live YouTube chat. Appreciate you being here. Hit the thumbs up if you're here. Might as well. We'll get to as many of y'all's thoughts on tonight's game as we can as we move through. The Bulls 114-106 loss to the Denver Nuggets, their second straight loss after the four-game win streak, dropping them to 9-16 on the season. And I feel like most Bulls fans, Dave, probably are going to look at this one as a missed opportunity while also kind of being a schedule loss. You're playing the second night of a back-to-back against a very good Western Conference opponent, reigning NBA champs, in fact. Yeah. But they were also on the second night of a back-to-back. They were without Jamal Murray, just like you're without Zach LaVine. They lose KCP early in this one to an injury. He caught a right hook or something going across the paint. Right? And maybe we should start here to just address it, and then we can move on and talk about the actual game.
Sure.
Then they lose Joker in the second quarter on an ejection that hopefully we'll get some sort of explanation on from the officials, from Jokic himself, from Mike Malone, somebody after tonight's contest. And the Bulls still can't take advantage of all of those opportunities staring them in the face. Another bad shooting night like they had against Milwaukee last night, and they come away with the L.
I think that point you made about it being a schedule loss is pretty dead on. We thought that's what it would be, especially with the overtime game that the Bulls played the night before, using, just exhausting kind of everything they had. But shout out to them because they actually came out with some fight in the game. It wasn't like they just kind of tucked it in and just gave up on them and laid down.
Yeah.
They just weren't the better team. It's really that simple. Even without Joker, the execution of what a championship team like the Nuggets do doesn't go away because you don't have certain players out there. That execution is still there. Those cuts by Holiday, that one play when Holiday made that cut on DeMar DeRozan when the shot clock was at about 2, was amazing. And put that in with just some amazing shots that they were hitting. When Aaron Gordon is hitting step backs, it's not your night. Like, got to tip the cap to Mr. Corningstone and just move on about your business on that. So I thought he did it. Reggie Jackson, who has been playing well for them in this starting role when he has to fill in for Jamal Murray, he hits a bunch of threes as well. Michael Porter Jr. was cooking their ass in the third quarter for sure. It's like everybody just kind of stepped up. The young guys, Watson, Braun, everybody was a whole team effort to go ahead and get this victory. The Bulls did their best to kind of try to stay in it, but they just don't have enough to compete with that kind of squad out there in Denver. It's really that simple. They
don't. That's I feel as simple and as blunt as you can put it. This is the second straight game where the Bulls fail to shoot 42% from the field.
Oh, you won't win that way, ladies and gents.
Coby White, Javon Carter knocked down some threes tonight. Shout out to Coby. Continued his streak. That is now 12 straight games hitting 3 or more threes. And the shooting 50% over the last 10 games from deep streak continues because he was 5 of 10 from deep tonight.
Wow.
What do we say pregame? Coby, I want you jacking up 10 threes a night.
Yeah.
He jacked up 10 tonight. He made 5.
Yeah.
Javon Carter, 3 of 8.
Yeah.
Rest of the Bulls combined, 5 of 22 from downtown.
Yak! That was disgusting, and that's not cool.
You couple that with also not making enough shots inside the perimeter.
Yeah.
2 straight games, you fail to shoot 42% from the field.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. The Bulls had 3 more shots than the Nuggets took tonight.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that the Nuggets did the Bulls a solid and missed 10 free throws tonight.
That's a lot of free throws missed for them right there. That's usually something they don't do. But, yeah, like you said, it was kind of an off night for them. And I think I chalked that up to that back-to-back, Like, you're going to come out with something's not going to be right for you. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
And tonight it was them in the free throw shooting. Like, something's just not going to be right. But the other aspects of their game were damn sure correct. And keep in mind, the Bulls didn't miss a free throw. 14 of 14 from the free throw line.
21 of 23.
Oh, excuse me, 21 of 23. My bad. Oh, NBA app.
That must have been one of the halves.
Slow bastard.
But yeah, no, the Bulls were excellent from the line tonight.
Yeah, but they did very well from the line tonight. How you showing me is 114-76, and you go to the highlights and they stop in the third quarter? What are you doing, NBA app? What are you doing? Come on, be better.
They got a lot of balls in the air, Dave.
Be better at what you do. All right, Google, you never let me down. You tell me everything that's right. But yeah, man, like I thought the Bulls did what a team who doesn't have enough against a team like that is supposed to do. And this is why also I said in the pregame, Matt, that I was looking at Vooch and I was looking at Patrick Williams.
Yeah.
Those are the two guys I felt like they had to kind of carry this tonight for the team, for them to even have a shot at winning. Vooch, solid. You know, he had a solid game, 26 and 16 with 5 assists.
Nice bounce back game from Vooch.
Yeah,
nice
and
bounce
had
back.
his first double-double of the season in the first half.
Right.
Not his first one of the season, but his first one in the first half.
Right.
He played very well. The other side of that, young Pat, kind of reverted back.
We're back to passive P,
Back
Dave.
to passive P in the building. 7 points, no assists.
I mean,
2 rebounds in 31 minutes.
One possession in the first half, he went at Aaron Gordon in the post and didn't convert, ended up taking a little fall away in the paint.
Yeah.
But it was a good aggressive move. He went right at Gordon and started backing him down.
Yeah.
Then he had that one take where he just faced up against MPJ in the second half and drew a foul and got to the line.
Yeah.
2 plays. I saw 2 plays from Pat tonight where I was like, oh, all right.
Got a pulse.
He did knock down a couple of threes, 2 of 5 from the 3-point line. But you're talking about you got no Zach. You're also dealing with no Caruso, who gives your team some of that spark.
True.
Pat, you're back to playing a starting role on a team that needs you.
Yeah. They needed you bad. Like, you had to be the one with Vooch. Like, it wasn't going to be just a single effort. Just like the game before, it was Coby and it was DeMar. You're going to need that effort again tonight from those 2 guys, man, because I just assumed that DeMar wasn't going to have that kind of game, and he didn't.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't that guy. I mean, he had 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. 37 minutes because he's DeMar DeRozan, and he's absolutely insane. But he just wasn't going to have that shot there. I didn't expect him to have it, nor did I think I was demanding of it at all, you know? 41 and 11, all right. Most people he's not going to put that up again unless, you're the greatest player of all time. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. But Coby White, had to give him some love, though. 27 points, 8 assists, and the 4 rebounds tonight. He had an awesome bounce back. His shooting, and even young Joey Sweatpants was marveling at the shooting of Coby White. He also did a great job keeping them in that game. Scoring, because now it's just expected. We talked about it in the pregame.
Yeah.
And now I just expect him to be putting up these games now, man, and he's been doing it. But again, it was all about, for me, Vooch and Patrick. Vooch did what he was supposed to do. Patrick didn't do what he was supposed to do. Bulls take that L.
Speaking of Eco Bean just said DeMar was doo-doo on defense. Brian said DeMar is trash. And that's maybe, the unfortunate side of this. Maybe the Bulls are talking about a win and walking away from a win over a good Nuggets team tonight if DeMar does his, at bare minimum, usual part. But DeMar was just bad tonight.
Yeah. Some nights you need help, man.
A little bit of credit to him as he continues to work on playing that facilitating role as well as his scoring role. He had 5 more assists tonight. Those assist numbers for him have been up a lot. He had 3 of his past 4 games with double-digit assists, but he was 3 of 13 from the field tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, got to the line, perfect from the free throw line, which is nice because DeMar's been having issues with the free throw line.
Yeah,
7 of 7.
Yeah.
But 3 of 13. Your best player, 3 of 13. Which, it's a shame. It's like we can't have a game where Vooch, DeMar, and Coby, if that's your new big 3 now, basically, all play well.
Yeah.
One of them's going to play like trash.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Last night we got great games from DeMar and Coby.
Yeah.
Tonight we get great games from Coby and Vooch. and a dud game from DeMar. And I agree. DeMar's defense, especially there was that one backdoor cut on kind of a scrambly Nuggets possession in that fourth quarter.
Yeah,
where the
just
Bulls
talked about it.
Still trying to make their way back into this game, and DeMar was caught sleeping.
He was caught slipping, man. So it's just magnified for him when he isn't scoring.
Yeah,
that's all. So I'm not gonna go with this DeMar is trash thing. We go, that's just not correct at all. But emotions are high, and I understand Bulls Nation. I speak y'all because there's no middle ground in Bulls Nation. It doesn't exist. Yes, look at that.
Yeah. Song Hyun in the comments saying, if Vooch did his part yesterday, we win. If DeMar does his part today, we win. Losing to two good teams in a close game isn't bad, but barring Coby, the team looks out of sync.
I don't know about close game. You know, like it felt like that the arm was always here, keeping them at length. That Bucks game was close.
Bucks game was close.
But this one just felt like
Bulls were down 7 after 1.
Yeah.
They were down 7 at the half.
Yeah.
And then they almost brought it to a one-possession game when they made a little mini run late in the third, but then they had a couple of misses on good looks in the final 90 seconds of the third quarter, and the Nuggets drilled 2 threes and an additional bucket the other way.
Yeah.
The Nuggets end up ending the third quarter on an 8-2 run, and then you're down, double digits going to the fourth.
Yeah, that is normal championship team basketball. I mean, the reason I speak because I watched it. It just looked like a championship team. We don't have it all tonight. We ain't playing our best, but we're still better than you because we're a championship squad. This is how we roll. So that's why it felt like just keeping you at that arm's length. Like an 8-point, 6-point game still felt like a 10-point game. It's still just like that kind of feeling is what it's like when you're playing one of these kind of teams. Like getting close, getting into a 1-point game still feels like a 4-point game. Just not being able to get over the hump. No matter what you do, they come back down, they get an and one, and then they get a steal and they can score again. Now it's a 7-point game. That's that kind of stuff. That's that kind of championship team stuff that we just aren't on as a team here in Chicago. So watching it and seeing it, knowing as much as I watched it and saw it, no, like this is just what a normal ass whooping against a team that is better than you and schemed better than you looks like. Like, honestly, it just felt like a normal thing. The only thing I'm upset at, or maybe upset is a strong word, the only thing that I wanted to see was Patrick Williams be better because that was the only way you were going to be in this game. For me, it wasn't what DeMar was going to do because I never calculated or factored it in because I knew he was not going to have that kind of night. But Pat, there's no excuse for him not to have that kind of night. In just a normal, give me 12, 15 points, and you give me your 5, 6, 7 rebounds, cool, we're great. He couldn't give you that, Matt. He went back to being kind of hesitant, passing up those shots, those pump fakes, those getting inside and not knowing what to do kind of situations. You saw it more often. In the fourth quarter, he made a move where he went up and he made a nice spin move and got fouled. And I was like, you could have been doing that all game long, bro. Like, seriously, all game long. Like, DeMar was not – you noticed that DeMar was not demanding of the basketball.
Right.
There's a reason for that because he was tired as shit.
Yeah.
he wasn't demanding of the ball. So guys like him and a little bit of Io I thought played better as the game went on.
Right.
But guys like Pat have to step up and do that role. If Vooch did his, he had to step up and be a little bit better.
Yeah, like after the night that DeMar gave us last night, when we getting up a lot of shots, and even Bulls fans in our chat discussing last night, maybe would have liked to see more of Coby being that guy down the stretch of that game.
Right.
But you're like, okay, I'm fine with the shot distribution tonight of Vooch 21, Coby 15, DeMar 13.
Yeah.
Switch it up a little bit, and then especially knowing that with no Joker for all of the second half and the second half of the second quarter, like go to Vooch. Take advantage of that if you can.
Take advantage.
It's just you hope that instead of going 3 of 13, DeMar goes 7 of 13.
You hope so. Not when you're playing in that like he played yesterday, though. Honestly, he exhausted all possibilities yesterday.
Yeah.
So for me to expect him to be another kind of game like that wasn't just real to basketball. Like that's just not how it works, man. Like when you're a 15-year vet and you had that kind of game, oh, you're going to come out and play heavy minutes again the next game?
Yeah.
That's not normal. This is why people are praising LeBron for what he's doing at the age he's doing because it's not a normal thing. Guys are going to come out and be a little off. And that's why you have a team, because other guys have to step up and take that load for you. So Pat wasn't there to do that. Vooch did it. He did a really excellent job of it, man. And I'm proud of the game that he had. Pat's got to do it a little bit better, man. He really does. He had to step up a little bit more. 8 shots?
Mm-hmm.
No, bro. He had opportunities, Matt, to be a little better, man.
Connor in the comments said, I wish Pat realized he's built like Aaron Gordon. And yes, wouldn't that be great?
Aaron Gordon realizes he's built like Aaron Gordon.
Damn right.
Aaron Gordon put his shoulder
at one
right
point
in your
tonight,
chest.
after fouling Io, he just picked Io up off the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a teddy bear.
Yes, exactly.
Like a kid picking up its toy. It was like, oh, hey, here you go, Io.
That's exactly what he did. Let me burp you real quick and give it back. That's exactly what he did.
Before we take our first break, Dave, I see a lot of people in the comments, again, engaging on discussion with Io. Thrust back into this starting lineup because of no Zach and no Caruso, coming off maybe the worst game of his NBA career last night.
Tough.
Io Snell was his name, Bingo. And people in the comments, some saying, yeah, another awful game from Io. I think it was the man's Nigel saying that, Billy's logic, Io puts up 0 points yesterday. Let me play him 35 plus more minutes tonight for 7 points. Our guy Mark K saying, like, relax, Io played fine tonight. Eco Bean, Io should make his shots. They're wide open shots. Eco also saying, it's Io's third year. See Peter Patton. What makes you think that he's not? You know what I mean? Brian saying Io is a total mess. I mean, I think some of that is a bit overboard on these set of back-to-back games.
I agree.
Also, like, look, I don't think Io was awful tonight. Io was awful last night.
Awful.
Tonight, he scores, 9 points on 3 of 7 from the field.
Yeah.
He shot his threes confidently tonight. He was only 1 of 4, but he shot his threes confidently tonight. The one he made was a pull-up 3 from the top of the key in transition, and I freaking loved it.
Yeah, it was disrespectful.
You know, a few points. I mean, a few boards, a few assists, a block, like a little bit of everything. Maybe not the kind of stat line you're looking for from a guy who plays 38 minutes, but
yeah, just a guy who's not used to being your starter.
Yeah,
we talked about this in pregame. He's not a starter, and I don't like the position that he's in. He's more so used to being, when he comes off the bench, he has the ball in his hands a lot, and he's the one getting those in between points that I talked about, like getting inside, getting outside, kind of facilitating in that kind of way. He can't really do that in the offense when he's out there with DeMar and Vooch, getting and Patrick and Coby running around, getting inside and outside, because guess what? There are guys there who are like, ball. You know what I mean? Hand it here, sir. Go back out there and get in that corner real quick. So, again, I'm not really concerned. These are the first 2 bad and then okay games I've seen him have all season long. He has not been the issue. So, people jumping on him like this right now, that's the only reason I'm defending it, because he has not played this way at all this season. These are his first 2 games that he's been like this, and both of these games are the games that he started. Every other game, he was just coming off the bench, being Io DeSumo, and was much more comfortable doing that. So this is why I'm not tripping on him. This is why I think y'all need to relax just a tad on him. 2 games. 2. Everybody sees the worst. Man, y'all reactions is amazing. I still love you, but your reactions is wild to me on Io, man. But honestly, I think when Caruso gets back and Io goes back in place, if he's still playing like that, then I think you all are warranted in not even attacking, but coming at him and having things to say. But the way he has played, Matt, in these first games of the season, the way he has played, he has earned a little leeway for at least 4 or 5 games from me.
Yeah, I think so. Like, he and Pat had equally blah games tonight. And it seems like for some reason the vitriol in the comments is more targeted at Io, which...
Like, look at this one. My man Toot said, this is why y'all not GMs. Y'all way too in the moment. No, y'all are way too in the moment, bro.
I think Toot is talking to the chat.
Oh, okay. I thought you talking to us.
I'm not 100% sure.
My apologies, Toot. If I send a stray at you, that is my mistake, sir. Madam. I apologize.
That's what I've deduced from reading the chat.
All right. Got you. And then I sincerely apologize for sending out that stray. But yes, absolutely. Like, come on, man. Like, it can't be a moment-to-moment thing with a guy I've seen play well. You know what I mean? Who's been the least of my concern coming off that bench. I haven't been It's been Pat who I've been yelling at. It's been Zach who I've been yelling at. That rhyme, by the way.
Yeah.
Those guys in Vooch. Those are the guys who I've been upset with and how they've played. And why aren't they being better? Well, I can't yell at Vooch tonight. He played well. I can't, and I yelled at Pat. You know what I mean? And I'll continue to because he did not. But man, dude, I can't get that way about Io after 2 games, bro. I really can't. Like, I think I don't know. I can't do it, bro. Y'all can do that.
This is a good point here from Jay Skrill. I'm sure Coby used to get some of the same reactions earlier in the career, just like fans are doing with Io.
You better believe it. You better believe it. That's why my island was very lonely for a long time. Now I see like people coming around, but the price went up. I promise you that. For that real estate. That price went up over there. I never left that island. That price went up.
All right, let's take our first break. We'll come back. More thoughts on tonight's game. I do want to get into the Joker ejection a little bit further because yikes. What a weird thing that happened. While we're sharing these words from our sponsors and our friends, you know what to do. Hit the thumbs up if you're watching along on YouTube. We appreciate it. It helps us out a lot. And if you aren't already, go ahead and subscribe to the CHGO Sports YouTube channel so you get those alerts every time we go live with a new episode. Tonight's CHGO Bulls postgame brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook.
DraftKings.
In the NBA, the game can change in an instant. Just ask Nikola Jokic. But no matter how the action unfolds, you know DraftKings Sportsbook has your back. Man, wouldn't it hurt if you had a Joker stat line that missed by a couple of points or a couple of boards in a parlay tonight?
He gets kicked out.
Thankfully, I did not. I didn't put Joker in my parlay tonight.
Joey, you?
But I'm sure that those people are out there.
No. But it would be nice if you had all the Jokic unders in your parlay.
That's true. Who would do that? Either way, DraftKings has your back. This week, new customers can score $150 instantly in bonus bets just for betting $5 on any NBA action. Win or lose, doesn't matter. You still get those bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code CHGO when you do to make sure you take advantage of that offer. $150 instantly in bonus bets, regardless if the bet hits, just for putting $5 down on any NBA action. I did it tonight.
Word?
Word. Missed. I handled my Nuggets winning the game bet. Missed my parlay by 1 Drummond rebound.
Oh,
so
missed
sad.
It by that much.
So sad. But the good news is there's always more NBA action to try again.
That is
Pick
true.
yourself up and try.
That's right. That's why he's a winner.
Try again.
Because he plays until he wins.
That's right.
That's what it is.
Only on the DraftKings Sportsbook with promo code CHGO. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Young Joseph Sweatpants,
Yes, Big Dave.
if you don't mind, could you do me a favor?
Yeah.
And please, just tell me what time it is.
It is half past game time hoop.
Half past
I like
game
that.
time.
I like that.
Hey!
Yeah. Calma Joey is a little more responsive. You know what I'm saying? This is time to be a little more witty with his retorts. And I appreciate that very much. Thank you, Joey Spathis. You shouldn't have to worry when you're buying tickets to your next big event. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets to all your sports, music, comedy, and theater events nearest you with killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their best price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying those tickets. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event, and even an hour after it starts. It is not the place. No. It is the place to buy last-minute seats. And you find exclusive flash deals and sponsored deals on tickets for football, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, theater, and much, much more. And with zone deals, you pick the section, Game Time does the selecting with an average savings of, drumroll Matt Peck,
Drums!
18%.
Hey-o.
Gotta love that, man. If you find tickets, if you find tickets, though, in the same section, and the same row for less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. They ain't just giving you extra 10% because it's the holidays. That's what you're going to get even in March. You're getting that 110% of the difference. But the tickets do make great holiday gifts. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use that code CHGO for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem that code CHGO, get yourself $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Because Matt Peck, what time is it?
Game time! I like that.
Thank you very much.
Oh, falsetto, vibrato. All right, moving right along in tonight's post-game chat. Bulls fall to the Nuggets. Their second straight loss in this back-to-back.
Yeah.
Joe, I don't know if you saw, I DM'd you a video from...
Yes, I do. I saw it. I have it. I'll pull it up now. But I also want to say
look
that
at you.
Winky Christ says that the ref who ejected Jokic is his second cousin.
What?
Okay.
Wicked Christ?
So we have a celebrity in the chat.
Because of the ref who ejected the Joker tonight?
I love that he's second cousin. That's the best.
If you have your second cousin's phone number, you better call him up and say, hey, cuz.
You suck.
What the F?
If you have his number, call him, and we will have him on the show tomorrow.
Absolutely. Would love to chat.
That'd be a good guess.
Would love to.
That'd be a good guess.
All right, here we go. You want to listen to this Cody Westerland sound?
Let's do it. Courtesy of our pal Cody Westerland of 670 The Score.
Shout out, sir.
He was sitting with the GOAT tonight. Oh, hold on.
I love the faces of the reporters in the back, though. That is attentive. They are focused on what the Joker, or I like how you said it, because I've said this before, the Joker has to say. I like that you said it, because I've said it many a day.
It is what it is. I'm just happy that we didn't play in Serbia this game. It's going to be really fun to see how it will end up. So it was interesting, you know. It is what it is. Some guys can say whatever. I think sometimes what I said is not even a technical, so it is what it is.
Did you ask him, hey, where did I cross the line here? Did you say anything to that?
No, I crossed the line, but sometimes that word doesn't cross the line, so it is what it is.
Were you frustrated about the no call on the other end?
I think, you know, it is what it is, so I don't want to get I like my money, so I'm not going to say whatever.
Are you concerned at all, Nikola? Because this is the second time in 3 weeks that it's happened now. With the officials specifically.
Okay, so there it is. Joker saying it is what it is. He admits I crossed the line, but then if you caught that, or in case you didn't catch that, he said that word doesn't always get you a tech or an ejection.
Yeah.
I think we all know what that word is. I'm guessing.
Got an idea.
I'm guessing it starts with an F and it rhymes with uck. Maybe a parental figure in front of that duck word.
Sister?
Put two and two together. It's the fact that it was immediate and not a, hey, tech, calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down, Joker.
Yeah.
Here's your warning.
Yeah.
An ejection.
Yeah.
Just like that. And I see our pal Ben Dean in the comments. Shout out to you, Ben Dean, saying on Serbian Heritage Night doing that is wild. So conflicting reports on that. I saw it going around Twitter that it was Serbian Heritage Night at the United Center tonight. Bulls PR put out a quick statement after Joker was ejected, confirming that it was not officially Serbian Heritage Night at the United Center tonight.
Oh, no.
There was some sort of Joker Appreciation Serbian Heritage group ticket package offer for tonight's game. You want to split hairs? Split hairs. Either way, what is irrefutably true,
which is, come on, man,
there were a buttload of passionate Serbian NBA fans at the United Center tonight.
Oh, buddy.
I saw our guy Drew Stevens putting out attendance for tonight's game. He's been doing it all season long. I love seeing some of those lower numbers. Yay. Good job, Bulls fans. But over 20K in attendance tonight. You think that has anything to do with Nikola Jokic, two-time league MVP, being in town?
I'm gonna say it kind of did, man. I'm gonna say it kind of did.
Our pal Adam Maris from DNVR pointing out on Twitter that the Serbian population in Chicago is massive.
True.
Massive.
That's true.
And this is a sport that is trying to grow its popularity globally.
Yeah.
And your giant, one of the faces of the league players is playing in Chicago the one time a year he plays in Chicago.
Yep.
And a ref makes that moment about himself.
Yes, he did.
And ejects him in the second quarter.
Not cool, man. Not cool. Not bright. Not smart. Nobody coming to see you, Otis. Ain't nobody coming to see you, dog. We are not showing up to watch you ref a game. Never point do we sit here in these chairs and say, my God, hey, number 24, what was that? 6 solid calls he had tonight there, buddy. I mean, on point. That was offensive to go from the offensive foul, then to the and one. Oh, man. Goon of the night for that guy. No, we don't do that. Nobody wants to talk about you. We are not here for you. We are here to watch the stars play. That used to be a thing, Matt. And let me get on my old man real quick. It used to be a thing.
Should we swap out your rocking chair?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, no, my chair's always a rocking. But that was a thing back in that I remember when you didn't eject the stars, where it was always a shock to watch them get ejected. It wasn't a shock to watch them get a tech.
Right.
Like, yeah, you give them a tech. We get that. Let them calm down. You know what I mean? We pay money to see this guy. Don't take him away. It's the reason people had so many issues with Joey Crawford, who was in the house tonight for the Lakers-Dallas game. It was the reason they had you for him, because he would throw those guys out.
And make it about himself.
Yes, nobody wanted to see you. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. But when you do those kind of things, man, it's frustrating. And also, I think it kind of threw off the game plan for the Chicago Bulls at the same time, because they were planning for him. And when that went away, they're like, well, what do we do? Well, Reggie Jackson is what's going to happen. Well, Michael Porter Jr. is what's going to happen. Aaron Gordon knew what's going to happen. So I think that difference kind of threw them off. But nobody's coming to see the referees blow the whistle, all right? There's no referee jerseys in the stands. Nobody's buying that stuff. Nobody's here for that. Nobody's walking around with whistles around their neck because they're like, man, them calls was incredible. We're here for the stars. And like you said, when a population is as big as it is here in Chicago, you let that player be out there, man. And even if you don't know that, you know that he is one of the faces of the league. And so you kind of, all right, you know what? Calm down. Take your time. Walk that off. Get that tech. But if you keep coming at me, then I'll be like, okay, he earned it. When they keep coming, I'll be like, fine, he earned it. He didn't want to play tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I can put that on the player. I'm not going to put that on you. I put all this on you because everybody was shocked that you did it. Everybody was like, for real? Adam, Amin, and Stacey.
Amin and Stacey on the call were like, what? That's absurd.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Why would you do that? There was an audible collective booing from the Madhouse crowd to the officials for kicking out Joker.
Yeah.
And I saw somebody in the replies, because I tweeted from our team account, like, that's Bush League nonsense, and added the NBA official account.
Yeah.
Because it's Bush League nonsense.
It is.
And somebody was like, well, why are you upset? We got a chance to get our fifth win in 6 games here. Like, the Bulls got to take advantage of this. Be happy that we're facing an easier,
it's still trash,
easier potential dub. And I quote tweeted him, and I was like, dude, that's not what it's about.
Yeah.
That's I don't care if it increases the Bulls' odds of winning this game tonight because Joker just got ejected. He got ejected for what appeared to be a bullshit reason.
Yes.
And that's what you should be mad about as an NBA fan.
Yeah.
Regardless of if it helps or hurts your team, when an NBA official does something ridiculous and makes it about himself.
Yeah.
And that's why I think, and I've seen a lot of people on Twitter, of course, NBA Twitter, quicker than lightning, digging on this. This is a repeat offender ref who has had a quick whistle to eject players in the recent past.
Okay.
Which is why I think it is only fair if NBA players can get suspended without pay, NBA officials should be able to get suspended without pay for doing their jobs poorly.
Okay. Not going to argue that.
It's not like, we got a lot wrong on tonight's last 2-minute report. You're suspended without pay.
Right.
But something as egregious as that.
Yeah.
Come on.
This is the most time
disgusting
we will spend on referees. And speaking about them, this is not the norm. We want to talk about the game. We want to talk about great play from great players. You want to see that stuff.
What fans paid to go see tonight?
Right. Dude, again, back to the old school on you. When Jordan showed up in your city and he got ejected, whether you were rooting for your team to play or not, you showed up to watch him play. And you were upset that you didn't get to see him play. Whether you wanted your team to win that game or not, you were upset that the dude you show up to watch play got kicked out of the game. Period, dog. That's how it goes. You want to see the stars. Yes, I want my team to win. Yes, I want my team to win handily. Of course, it's going to help them when your best player's out. But damn, I really wanted to see him play. I wanted to get out there and watch him work. Because we're basketball fans, man. How you don't want to see the best player? That goes for, honestly, any sport.
Yeah.
You want to see the best players out there. And for them to be taken away on some trash like that, it's ridiculous, man.
I mean, case in point, somebody responded to our tweet about Joker getting suspended. Shout out to Mark Walker on Twitter, who appears to be a Bulls fan, but his son is a Joker fan. He responded to us with a picture of his son wearing a Joker jersey at the Madhouse. Because I said in the tweet, people came to see Jokic play. Like, that's why people are here. And I felt awful for every fan in that building tonight, and not just Bulls fans who were also excited to be there to cheer on their Bulls and also see a league MVP play, because it's fun to watch that happen. But the Serbians who, live in the city of Chicago, who are diehard Joker fans and diehard NBA fans, who are here for that one night a year event.
That part.
And be robbed of it.
That part.
Because of an egomaniac ref? Get the fuck out of here.
That part is the most important part, Matt. One night only. They only play them twice. Once in their home, once here. So it's a deal when he actually shows up. It's not like he's going to get another shot, another game. One night only. That's it. That sucks, man. That sucks. That really sucks for them. Ref, you screwed up.
You done messed up.
You done messed up, Ron. You done messed up.
Sorry, Winky Christ. We still love you.
Yeah. No personal offense to your second cousin, if that is true.
He still was terrible tonight.
Awful.
He's still terrible. You know what I mean? Tell him when you meet up at the family functions during the holidays that he was terrible.
The chat is now just referring to the ref as the cousin.
Jokic
stole his cousin's girl because Jokic owes his cousin a fat steak, probably.
Oh, my Lord. All right, let's take our quick second break. Then we'll come back and hear from our guy, Will to Go Gottlieb. Maybe he can shed a bit more light on that as well and offer his thoughts on tonight's game. Dave, tell the people in Bulls Nation who are giving us those likes as we speak, multitasking, about the fine products at Hero Bread.
Since you're giving us those likes, let me give you something that you're going to like.
Yes, sir.
Some of that delicious Hero Bread. Why you going to like it? It's just bread, Dave. It's not. It's a little bit better. And it's a little bit better for you. You can still put the awesomeness on there that you want to put on there. You can still put your hamburgers. You can still put your pastrami. You can still put your turkey. You can still put your vegan turkey on there. You can still put your turkey burgers on there. You can still put your salmon burgers on there. Anything you want to put on the Hero Bread, you can do it. I promise you. And it will be delicious, and it's good for you. The taste is wonderful. The texture is amazing. It is high in fiber and ultra low in those net carbs and 0 grams of sugar per slice. I wonder if Ben Dean has had some. It just crossed my mind. I wonder if Ben Dean's got down.
The man who samples everything.
Everything. All of it. Get down with it, man, because Hero Bread, that makes the sliced breads. They got the buns, and they got the tortillas, man. All that you're going to need. 45 calories per slice when it comes to that white bread. 45. That is nothing. You can eat this and enjoy it and be merry. Ain't nothing wrong with none of these things. So how about we give you a discount just for going ahead and trying it? Go to hero.co, code CHGO, and guess what you're going to get? 10% off your first order. I'll say it again, hero.co. Code is CHGO. Get yourself 10% off. Win today. Do it. Hero Bread to the rescue.
To the rescue.
Ben Dean said it sounds mighty fine.
Sounds mighty fine.
It's all point, Ben Dean.
Boom.
Hook up Ben Dean,
that
Hero.
Was for you, Ben Dean.
Hook up Ben Dean, Hero. All right? Hook him up.
Dave, you want to talk about ComEd for a second?
You know what?
I mean, I know you enjoy it.
I enjoy it so much that sometimes I don't know if I'm worthy to discuss it, Matt.
Oh, you're always worthy to discuss it.
Oh, my God.
Because I
so
know
excited.
you are passionate about helping people save money with their businesses and saving the planet.
This is true.
People call them Captain Planet sometimes.
It's among many things.
Man of many names.
Man of many
talents.
Many talents. But yes, Matt, the electric grid is evolving to meet your cleaner energy needs as we all move with confidence towards an electric tomorrow. Album out in 2 weeks. Whether you have one delivery van or a whole fleet of shipping trucks, just like George Spathis.
Oh!
Not this
Hey,
again.
why are you attacking your pop so hard?
Not this again.
ComEd can help guide you and make the changes that make sense.
So, what should those business owners do, Dave, who want to switch, whether it's their one vehicle or their fleet of vehicles, to electric?
You know what, Matt? The excitement I feel right now that you asked me that question, oh my God, I'm so excited. This is what you do. You go to ComEd, go to ComEd.com/clean to learn more about the resources, fleet rebates, and infrastructure incentives available to help businesses go electric. If you own a business, as my man Matt Peck says,
1, good for you. 2,
don't wait. Start making your plan today to switch to electric vehicles. Good for business, good for the planet, good for all of us. Go to ComEd.com/clean.
Did you say ComEd.com/clean?
I think I did say ComEd.com/clean. Go now and see how electric connects us to a better way of doing business and a better future for generations to come.
Boom! What time is it, Joe?
That's where he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Joining us on the Goat Talk Hotline, it's our guy, Will the Goat Gottlieb, live from the UC. Follow him on Twitter at Will_Gottlieb for all of his Bulls updating news, reports, etc. Will, let's start with this because this is what we were just discussing before you joined us. What did you make of the Joker ejection tonight? And I'm not sure if you were in that media scrum. We played a video that your pal Cody from 670 put on Twitter with Joker's explanation for it. How did you interpret all of that?
I'm still pretty surprised. Quite frankly, I probably know as much as you guys do at this point. It seemed kind of rash, and it escalated a little bit quickly. I mean, he didn't have any technical fouls before that. He obviously had some choice words for the ref, who took exception and just threw him out of the game with 1 minute and 8 seconds, I think, to go in the first half. So, he didn't seem too frustrated about it after the game. I was in that scrum as well. He was just kind of like, sometimes that word is over the line. Sometimes it's not even a technical. So it is what it is. Mike Malone was kind of joking that, they've won both of these games that Jokic has been tossed from. So maybe that's the recipe. Maybe he's a little bit overrated. But I think had they lost the game or gone on to really just completely bottom out, that would have been maybe a little bit of a different story. So it was one of those situations where the win covers it up. But I was totally shocked. I mean, it came out of nowhere. I thought there was a moving screen on the play because it was a transition play where Coby got all the way to the rim. They waved it off, and I thought they kind of pointed the other way. That was a throwing somebody out motion, but I thought it was an offensive foul, and they were just taking the ball the other way. Had no idea who it was or why it happened. All of a sudden, Jokic is walking off, and the fans are booing because they spent all this money to go watch the two-time MVP of the league and world champion play for the only time that he's here in Chicago. And people were not happy about it. Jokic said that he knows that this is a massive population of Serbian people. I think a lot of those people kind of missed out.
Yeah, as the intro says, that's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT. That is the reason why. It's exactly what we were sitting here just going off about,
yeah,
Will.
It's a shame.
Yeah, it's a real shame, man. Nobody came here.
There was a what's called a pool report, which is when a reporter speaks to an official after the game. The NBA monitors those interviews. It's very short, I think 2 or 3 questions, and then the NBA will post the transcript from that once it gets cleared. So the transcript from that will be released at some point here tonight, probably shortly, and we can see exactly what the official said in response to the ejection, which obviously I think people were all pretty surprised by.
Definitely. Let me get to the game a little bit, Will. In pregame, I thought that DeMar wasn't going to be DeMar tonight, especially playing in overtime, getting 41 and 11. So I thought the onus was going to fall on Vooch and Patrick Williams. I thought Vooch got the memo, and he definitely played really, really well. Had his first double-double of the first half of the season. And Patrick Williams, though, it just seemed like he kind of reverted back to that old Patrick as far as him being hesitant, not really crashing the boards, and just not doing the things that we've been seeing him do these past few games. What did you think about the games from those two guys tonight?
Well, Vooch, I thought was, it was an interesting matchup for him because he was kind of going at it with Jokic there early. I think he started 0 of 3 with a turnover, but then all of a sudden he was like 10 of 16 and was looking really good. He obviously had some big numbers tonight, 26 and 16 with 5 assists. When Jokic got thrown out, the Nuggets were basically just going small for the most part. DeAndre Jordan's really their only other center on the roster, and so they went to a lineup with Aaron Gordon out there at the 5, and I think the Bulls were kind of trying to go at that matchup a little bit. He obviously had some success in that shorter area, but that was more in like the second and third quarters. In the fourth quarter, kind of fell off a little bit. Did hit a 3, I believe, late in the game, but only went 1 for 4 from deep. So, I mean, if you're just looking at it in terms of production, like that's a pretty damn good night from Vooch. But I think just circumstantially that kind of allowed him to go off when you're playing against a, 30 whatever year old DeAndre Jordan, who's clearly lost a few steps here at this point in his career, and then going against those small ball units. But as for Patrick, I thought he did kind of have an impact on this game. I know the numbers weren't there, but he was really like defending Aaron Gordon, giving him a hard time, like on the defensive glass. Aaron Gordon had a couple of offensive rebounds, but Patrick was like really fighting him and blocking shots. And then the other end, he was like really trying to bully him all the way to the basket and just like couldn't get all the way there. So I actually kind of liked the aggression from Pat. Obviously, you want to see the numbers go up, but like I think he went 8 for 11 the other day for 20 points or something like that. It's going to balance out. And I think this was kind of one of those scenarios. He obviously had a couple of threes late, one of which came on ATO in the corner that he hit to keep the game within reach there down the stretch. And then he missed 2 on one possession later on that kind of, left the Bulls in a bad spot there. So, I thought he was okay, not great, but certainly like the statistical production was a little frustrating on a night where you really needed it because, like you said, DeMar was not quite there up to the level that they need him. I mean, 3 of 13 for 14 points. They really needed that secondary, or I guess tertiary boost because Vooch and Coby were doing their jobs. And that's kind of what you need to see from Patrick, especially with Zach out, is like somebody being that third guy that can reliably step up. And, sometimes it's Vooch, sometimes it's Pat, but you want to start to see that be a little bit more consistent here with, kind of his future role on the line in some ways.
You mentioned Coby doing his job, and he did it again tonight. The hot streak continues, 5 of 10 from downtown. I saw you made note of the fact early on in this game that the part of the Nuggets game plan was to sort of attack Coby defensively, try to get him on some disadvantageous mismatches. I think that Coby, all things considered, handled that fairly well tonight. We talk about the strides that Coby has made on the defensive end, especially in yet another game without Alex Caruso, and you're wondering who's going to set that defensive tone for you. What did you make of not only another great hot shooting night from Coby, pouring in more assists as well tonight, and the game he had on defense?
Yeah, I mean, Coby's just continues to be really, really great. Probably like the best storyline of the year so far. The shooting, 5 of 10 tonight. He's, made 3 or more threes in like 12 straight games, which is a Bulls record. But to me, it's like the way that he is changing how defenses have to guard them, like the deep threes that he's taking, forcing guys to really run him off the line. That's like really causing some chaos and putting the Bulls in good situations where they're now playing against an advantage. So, Coby just continues to be great on that end. And then the facilitation piece was was great, as you mentioned. Defensively, yeah, I mean, we talked about this with him like maybe a week or two ago. I think a lot of times he's just going to be the one that gets picked on because he's the smallest one out there. You know, when you're starting Io and Patrick Williams and DeMar and Vooch, you're not really going after like anybody that's super small in that lineup. But he is a really sturdy guy. He's really strong. He fights. He works. And I think, you know, guys like Aaron Gordon can take advantage of that because they're just stronger than anybody that you want to put on them. But I think he at least makes it difficult to where like it's not a fun matchup to try to take advantage of. And at some point they kind of went away from that and went into other stuff. But I mean, that game was just so weird. Reggie Jackson was going off. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope went out and then came back in and then didn't play the second half. Obviously, Jokic was ejected. No Levine, no Caruso. It was just kind of like a weird game, up and down. And I felt like Coby was one of the steady pieces.
Kind of got to settle something here. It seems that guys in the chat have not been pleased with young Ayo Dosunmu. Matt and I don't understand. We don't get. We
understood it last night.
Yeah, we got it. We understood it. I didn't understand the overboard of it, but I understood why they were upset. You put up the Tony Snell. You invite those kind of things. I thought tonight he played better. Even though he had a lot of minutes. I'm sure they're looking at the stat line, like you just talked about with Patrick Williams, Will, the same kind of thing you just said. I'm curious to how you felt about Ayo Dosunmu tonight and the game that he played.
Well, it started much the same way that the last game ended, right? I think he scored in the first 3 quarters and just did not look like he was interested in attacking the basket, wasn't trying to push the ball in transition. He did get the ball on the perimeter. He looked hesitant to shoot it and just kind of looked a little bit shook from the way that he had played. And eventually, obviously, hit that corner 3, got to the free throw line a little bit and was able to shake off the cobwebs. So to me, it was just like a cold streak. Like it was 7 quarters of bad basketball. And I get that that's unfortunate in games that you feel like if he was a little bit more productive, you probably could get those. I mean, this game and the last game, both really close. And if you get an additional couple points, maybe that changes the momentum of things. Maybe that changes the outcome eventually. So I get it, but you know, Ayo's just been so consistent this year. I just think he looks a lot more comfortable. He looks a lot better in his role. He seems to understand what to do. He looks a lot more confident attacking the basket, getting out in transition, all those things that I mentioned about the ways that he has been productive. And so I'm not going to like freak out over basically 2 bad games when, you know, in reality, he actually didn't play all that bad tonight. I think he just kind of wasn't at his best offensively. And again, on a night where DeMar really struggles and you need points, that hurts you for sure. In a situation where he's playing 37 minutes because you've got major contributors that are out of the lineup, that hurts you. And I understand that, but I just don't think it's like a major cause for concern just yet because he has been so consistent. You know, there's going to be highs and lows, and we talked about this the other week with him too. It's just like he has the mindset of like, I'm just always going to be ready because early on in the season, he was a 10th man. Then he became the 6th man. And, you know, he's just like ready to step up and do whatever role that he's asked. And I don't think like his work ethic has changed. I don't think the way that he approaches the game, none of that has changed at all. And so, you know, there's going to be highs and lows, but I feel like he's well equipped to push through it. And I expect him to do that in the coming games because he's just been more consistent than not this year.
Will, thank you for the time, buddy. Appreciate it as always. Bulls fans, make sure you're following our guy, Will to Go Golly, Will_Golly, for all of his Bulls reporting updates, tidbits, video breakdowns, jokes, perfect coiffness.
Look at it.
And read
look at it. Look at this
everything this man writes, allchgo.com, including, if you haven't done it yet, do yourself a favor, do it after we wrap up postgame. Go read his latest in-depth column talking to the Bulls player development staff. It is great stuff. Will, we'll see you soon, buddy. Have a great night.
King, the GOAT. Look at that call. That thing was perfect.
It is
curly.
Is it ever not
out there? No chemicals. Nothing but juices and berries.
Pure,
untapped.
All right. One more quick shout out to our friends at Ray Chevy. Then let's do some super chats.
Okay.
And send everybody on their merry way.
Sounds beautiful to me.
On this Tuesday evening. Mm-hmm. But FYI, for you, night owls out there, insomniacs, Bulls fans who are too stressed to sleep. Our CHGO Hawks crew is in the building.
They in the building.
Late night hockey.
Yes.
They're in the second period right now.
Yes.
Playing Edmonton.
Oh.
Got a little late night extra surprise.
A little bit.
For you sports junkies.
Got you covered, man.
Tonight's CHGO Bulls Post brought to you by our friends at Ray Chevrolet.
Ray.
Our partners are having their biggest sale of the year right now.
Right now.
Meow.
Now.
Make your way to Ray Chevrolet on Route 12 in Fox Lake to join in on the savings for their model year end sales event.
Pow, pow.
And as one of the top selling Chevy dealers in the Midwest, you'll always be able to shop one of Chicagoland's largest Chevy inventories. But right now, they're trying to make room for incoming 2024 models, so all their current inventory must go.
It must go.
Plus, you can find the perfect tailgate vehicle at Ray Chevy because they have over 100 new Silverados in stock. And we still have plenty of weeks of tailgating left to do. Bears making a run.
Bears.
Wild card?
I mean, why not? Let's get nuts.
Silverado, step 1. Step 2, wild card.
Right.
And that's not all. Get 0% financing with $0 down and 0 payments until the spring of 2024. Or save over $3,000 on a new Chevy Blazer, $4,000 on an Equinox, or over $10,000 on a Silverado.
That's a nice chunk of change.
To top it all off, they're pricing over 125 vehicles under $20,000. Awesome. Seriously, guys, can pricing get more affordable? Shout out Chandler Bing. And I know everyone loves the word free.
I do.
Dave, you love it. Joey loves the word free.
Tell him, Joe.
Free tastes better.
Wow.
Free sweatpants feel better. And right now, that's what you'll get. Not free sweatpants, but free oil changes at Ray Chevrolet Fox Lake. All you need to do is mention CHGO when scheduling your oil change online or on the phone. You better hurry, though. This exclusive offer ends December 31st, 2023. End of the year. Visit Ray Chevrolet in Fox Lake or raychevrolet.com to get your model year-end savings. They've been serving the community since 1963. Find new roads. Boom. All right, Joe. Shall we chat with the supers? All righty then.
Sure we can. AK says, disappointed in P-Will. Being second game of a back-to-back, being 21 years old, I wanted to see him go to the rim more and be more assertive, especially when DeMar and others didn't have it.
I agree. I thought Goat was a little soft on Pat.
He was nice to him.
He was nice. He was kind.
Nice to him.
I didn't fully disagree with what he was engaged. He was banging bodies on defense tonight, but still 8 shots.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
8 shots ain't doing it, man.
Come on, man. AK, I'm with you.
I needed him, bro. You needed him to do not even otherworldly stuff, just the more simple stuff.
Yeah.
You know? Just hit some shots, get to the bucket, draw the defense, you know? Too many pump fakes, too many passing out of shots that I thought he should have took. It felt like the old Patrick more so than the regular one. And the old Patrick is always engaged defensively.
Right.
It's what he does. We're talking about this new kind of offensive Patrick Williams that I kind of wanted to see. 15 points, man. This would have been a different game. That's all I'm saying. Would have been a different game.
Would have.
And from Kappa the Great.
Kappa the Great.
Kappa!
Tough loss, but another strong game from Coby, and at least Io scored. Yay?
I believe that yay has a question mark at the end of it. That should be read, at least Io scored.
Right.
Yay?
Right. I'm Ron
Burgundy. Damn it. Oop, put a question mark in the super chat.
Yeah, like I thought Io played a little bit better. Again, but I just don't really put that much stock on him or put this on him like, oh man, we lost because Io didn't have a great game. Like,
so, okay, I guess the other part of that question would be,
okay,
and I feel like somebody asked this maybe in pregame or after last night's show when we were talking about Io having last night's rough game. If we are still sans Zach, of course, and still sans Caruso, when we get to Thursday's matchup against Miami, if you're Billy Donovan, do you take this set of games as enough to remove Io as your spot starter if Caruso is still out?
That's a great question. So your other option is Javon Carter. Is that the case?
Yeah, or I guess you could throw Torrey Craig in there.
Okay.
Or Julian Phillips.
Hello. England Terry. We saw Torrey Craig in the starting lineup and what those numbers kind of look like with Torrey Craig in the starting lineup.
Not great.
Literally worst lineup in the league. it was the worst. The worst. So I don't know about that one. I have not seen Javon Carter in that lineup yet. I haven't. If he wants to make that change, I'm not going to be mad. It's nothing I'm going to be quite upset about.
Yeah.
I do think, and I talked about how I like Ayo more off the bench. I do. I like him off the bench and what he kind of provides and what he kind of brings. It's just interesting to watch the Heat do it because the Heat kind of prepare for those matchups a little differently than other teams, man. Mm-hmm. They're taking away whatever the hell you do best, and they're going to remove it from you. And honestly, I think they're coming at Coby White in this game, in this matchup. So I'm curious to see how they try to go at him. Nothing you can really do about DeMar. Just put your best defender on him. That's what you can do. I think they'll scheme a little bit more for Coby White. If that's the case, and Ayo isn't shooting that ball like he's shooting that ball, I'm not mad if you start Javon Carter. You want to give him a shot at it? Okay, great. I'm okay with that. If you don't, okay, great. I'm okay with that too. Whatever you feel is going to get you a better chance to get a victory, I'm completely with. And Javon Carter was actually shot much better.
Shot confidently tonight.
Yeah, that he has in these past few games. Mm-hmm. He shot much better. So hopefully this is the turn for him back to that hot streak.
I thought Javon, in the best way that he can, given his size disadvantage in basically every matchup, and I saw AK in the comments mentioning Butler taking advantage of size mismatchups on smaller guards, which we know he does well.
Yes, he does.
I thought Javon, every centimeter of Javon Carter gave it his best on the defensive end tonight. Agreed. He was getting his hands in passing lanes. He was making effort, fighting around screens. He was disruptive, which if you're dealing with a size mismatch and coming out on the, no pun intended, short end of that mismatch on a regular basis, then getting your hands in passing lanes and being disruptive and making positive, impactful plays defensively in other ways is an okay way to counterbalance that.
Agreed.
So I thought that Javon Carter, to his credit, did that admirably tonight.
He had a great play where I believe the ball got taken from him, and the guy was about to go down the floor, and Javon Carter came and took it right back.
Yeah.
Stole it back and drew the foul.
Yeah.
Like it's those kind of plays that you're like, oh, yeah. He did it on both ends of the floor. So, yeah, he's got options. He's got an option. Is it a Uzi or is it a Wazi? On Ayo, who you going with, Joe? Who you think? Javon or Ayo? You got Ayo?
Yeah.
Reasoning?
No, because Ayo has impressed me over the entire course of the season outside of these two games. Mm-hmm. So I'm not.
Okay. All right.
I just think he's played to his role well. He shot it well. He's pushing transition. He defends. And I want to see. It goes back to everything that we've talked about. They're the 13th seed right now in the East. I'm not craving, that's okay. If Ayo is going to get meaningful minutes for his development and these are going to help him, become a better player, that's fine with me. I'm not I would rather see Ayo. I think he brings a better dimension of higher ceiling with Ayo.
Okay. As we talk, a couple of not shooting the ball well games last night and tonight, and then tonight being a lethargic game on top of that, when you're looking for easy buckets in transition, Ayo can get that for you. I know he has not played great these two games, but whereas Javon Carter will, without a half a second of hesitation, pull up in transition, catch and shoot in transition. If you're talking about just floor general transition, scoring opportunities created for yourself and or your teammates in transition, Ayo has the edge on Javon Carter in that category.
He does.
And let me get some of those easy points against this Miami Heat team where half court-wise, points are hard to come by.
Yeah. And I like Javon Carter off the bench because he can come in like a microwave kind of thing. As soon as he gets it, he can get you like 2 or 3 quick threes.
Right.
And before you even know what hit you.
Some people come in like a wrecking ball. Ooh. Some people come in like a microwave.
Who made that, Joe? Wrecking Ball. Who made that song?
Miley Cyrus.
Very good, Joseph.
I knew I was right, but I thought that there was some older answer, and I was going to sound dumb by saying
Don't second guess yourself, sir.
We got another super chat here. Dave from AK. Advantages of 33 degrees for you, Dave, or no leg prisons.
Hey.
33-degree weather. For me, Joey sweatpants. It's that I can wear sweatpants. And then also, no shirtless guy roaming the outer fields of CHGO Studio Skyline.
Hey.
That is not a positive.
We love it.
That is not a positive
when
at
our
all.
pal Kevin, a.k.a. the Shirtless Wonder,
Yes.
is not roaming dangerously around the alleys of CHGO Studios. We love it when he's out there.
I actually drove by the store the other night in Lincoln Park.
His bar.
And I
I've been
almost stopped
meaning
in.
to go.
Was
I've been
very
meaning
close
to
to
go,
stopping
too.
in. I was doing something. I didn't have time, but I passed it and I was like,
We
got to come back.
We should pick a night probably after the holidays because things are busy, scheduling wise. But sometime soon we should pick a night where we all on a Bulls off night go hang out at the store with Kev and his crew.
I say Friday.
This Friday?
Yeah, I'm not busy.
All right. Bulls are off this Friday.
I know.
Thursday, Saturday, 2 against the Heat in Miami.
Ugh.
They already came and did the 2 against the Bulls in Chicago.
Yeah.
Our turn to go down there. Can we bring Jokić with us down to Miami? I need a little extra punch.
Yeah, we can.
I hate playing in Miami / love playing in Miami. They all suck.
Hey, and shout out Shirtless One. He's like, Groundhog Day. When we see him out there, we know it's summertime. We know it. It's ready to go.
It's true.
Draymond Green just got ejected for a vicious smack in the face.
Oh, I was going to ask if
For
the
the
ref
third
who
time, I
officiated
believe.
here in Chicago tonight made his way to that Warriors game.
This one looked a little bit more worthy of an
They're
ejection.
picking on me.
Well, we'll
Third time this season.
we'll see what that is about.
But they're picking on me.
Bulls are off tomorrow, but we will be here doing a 5:30 Central Time show for you guys.
He
We
put
will
his
talk to
face
you
on
then.
my hand.
In the meantime, our guy Will the Goat is at Will_Gottlieb. Joey's Bath is at Joey's Bath. He is our pal and producer. Big Dave is at Bow, the AWL Sports. I'm Bulls_Peck. We are CHGO_Bulls. Appreciate you for tuning in. As always, appreciate for the likes. Do it now if you haven't done it yet on your way out. Make sure you subscribe to CHGO Sports YouTube channel. Sign up to become a diehard if you haven't yet.
Please.
Why not?
Why not?
And we will talk to you tomorrow. Night Owls.
Spoilers. In a beauty.
We'll talk to you tomorrow. See you. Be good.
Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.